Page 7, Kaleidoscope. In Kaleidoscope, we get to do some more improvising with dynamics. That's all we're changing right now, is improvising with dynamics, because again, we're going to be playing this, parts of it, multiple times. I'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk about the notes and the rhythms. Let's get all that worked out first, and then we'll talk about all the kinds of things we can play with this. In the right hand, it's got a lot of eighth notes here, and hopefully by now you're getting these notes and the names of the notes, and that's not a problem. And when you're playing eighth notes like that, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm hoping 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. First measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now, look at measure 4. You have here. See, the D sharp at the beginning applies to the measure, but then they put in a natural because they didn't want the last D to be as sharp, so it's here. You do that sometimes. If you go down and look at measure 8, that's the measure right in front of measure 9. Here, okay. There is similar is 3. Look at measure 13. Right hand, you have E flat, A flat. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Hopefully you get that, because the bottom note is an E flat to a D, while the top note stays on A flat. All right. The measure 15 is the F sharps. All the F's in that measure are sharped because the first F sharp applies to the whole measure. Okay. Just checking. Now on the left hand, we do half notes mainly, and then a dotted rhythm. 3 and 4 and 1. Hopefully you can get that one. I don't know. Put the hands together. It's a little tricky, but go real slow and you'll get it. At the beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. See, my right hand came up on 4 because of the rest, but the left hand stays down, and then it plays the 8th note on the end of 4. Okay, work it out carefully until you get it right. At measure 9, the hands are playing very similar rhythms here. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So, and that's that. Now, as far as the road map goes, at the bottom there is a DC Alfine, which means, DC means go back to the top, to the beginning, and Fine means go to Fine, it's the end. Alfine is the one. Fine is at the end of measure 8. You see measure 9 there, and there's a Fine at the underneath. Usually they put the Fine in the top, above the step, but here they put it, it doesn't matter where it's at. The point is it's there. And so when you finish measure 8, after you've gone back and repeated it, then you stop. When we do the play with me, we're just going to go through and play it exactly as it's written. But they're suggesting to you that on your own, you do it as it's written, and then you also do it where you're playing around with the dynamics. Just change the dynamics. Ignore what they've written in dynamics and play the dynamics as you think they ought to be played throughout the whole thing. And experiment with the dynamics. You're improvising on the dynamics is what you're doing. But as I said on the play with me, we're just going to play it as it's written. So the first time you're playing these measures 1 through 8, you're going to play them soft, P-MF, P. And then after the DC, and you go back and do it again, then you're going to play those measures MF, medium loud. That starting on measure 9, going down to the bottom, since they don't give you a dynamic, I would suggest you improvise right there and change those dynamics. You don't have to play that soft all the way through. You can have fun with that and experiment on the play one phrase soft and one play loud, or however you want to do it. Experiment and find out what you want to do. When we do the play with me, I'm going to do them all about the same. I don't do the dynamics. I just want you to hear the notes and the rhythms to make sure you're getting those correct. And that's what I'm after here. So let's do this. 4/4 time will give us 4 counts. Right hand here, left hand. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and rest. Rest. 1 and 2. Rest. To the top. Rest off. I'd like to do the acoustic jamming with you, so I'm going to play that stuff at the bottom. You play what you just played. Now if you have somebody there playing with you, you're going to have to move your stuff up an octave. So just pretend middle C goes up an octave. So instead of here, go here. Etc. And they'll play the stuff on the bottom. You can have fun with it. So I'm going to give us 4 counts. Let's try this out. So put your hands where they go. If you're playing here, it's here. If you're going to take it up an octave, you're up here. And here we go. 1, 2, and ready and go. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rest.